Good morning. Hi, good morning. Just woke up and started my coffee, and I want to show off my curtains, which I might have this one mounted wrong because they look uneven. This is on the side. I have to straighten out. Maybe I just have to. I might have this one. These are not squares, they're rectangle, and I might have one mounted the wrong way because this one's showing up to be about a ½ inch longer than the other one. And I'm not OCD, but that will bother me. So I have them on rings so I can open them very easily. And I have a white fabric that I'm going to put behind them. I have a sore throat. I've had a sore throat for 2 days. But I found this tiny little, I had to take these wood valances down to get the mini blinds out because the brackets the mini blinds were on were you couldn't get to the screws you couldn't get to the screws for the mini blinds. So there's L brackets holding these wood valances, so I had to take those down. And once I pulled the brackets off, then I could get the mini blinds out. But when I was doing all that, I found that my camper had some water damage that I didn't see. I don't know if you could see it on video. See it down in the corner, the bottom corner of that window. It looked like there was some water leakage getting in. And around the screw holes there were screw holes from the blinds. And you could see water. Do I need more light? I'm going to get a light. Hold on. Just plugging a light in because the video tends to be grainy if I don't have enough light. I don't know if that's any better. Okay, that sunshine's coming in. I'm backlit. That's probably not good either. So I went outside the camper to see if I could silicone anything, and it looks like something was already sloppily siliconed. So maybe it was an old leak that they already fixed. I'm hoping. I also ordered, and it came yesterday, some double-sided tape because Mrs. Cat Jones is clawing up these seats. And I had area rugs on the floor, and I put them on the cushions when I'm out. And I've also shut her in the bathroom when I'm out. But then I stopped shutting her in the bathroom where her litter box and food is. And it's a big bathroom. It's not tiny. But I stopped shutting her in, and I realized, oh, I'll just put things on the benches. Well, I missed like an inch of the bench, and guess what? She clawed that tiny bit. She found it and clawed that tiny bit up. So I got some double-sided tape to put on the areas that she's clawing. It just really stinks. I wish she wouldn't do that. And I was thinking at this point, if I were to ever trade it in, which I don't plan on doing, but I don't want it to look crappy. But if I were to ever trade it in or something, maybe I could contact Retro and get some replacement cushions for it. I didn't see any way to do that online. But I don't know, or just get them reupholstered on my own somehow. And it's not even really the cushions. It's just this part up here that she likes to scratch. So hey, maybe I could probably redo that on my own. I could do that with a staple gun. I need to pour myself coffee. This coffee isn't brewing enough fast enough, people. I have a sore throat and I feel like I need some hot coffee down my throat before I talk. These are my coffee cups I got. Aren't they beautiful? They're plastic, so I won't break any more cups. These are actually from the 1950s. They are Oneida Deluxe, um, number 3307. And I found these because I was at a thrift shop by me and I saw these, two of them, in a dark, like navy blue color. So then I looked them up on eBay to try to get more because I liked that they were lightweight and white on the inside. And I was curious to see if they came in other colors. And lo and behold, they had aqua turquoise-ish color. And they had a whole set of dishes like this. So I found someone on eBay had 7 of these and a creamer and a sugar. So I got these. So I have, you can see above my sink, I have these. And that's my iron because I was making the curtains. And this is the cute little ironing board I got. Isn't it adorable? It's actually for ironing shirt sleeves. Sleeves go over it. But it was perfect for ironing, folding and ironing the hems for the curtains I was making. And it's like perfect camper size ironing board. And the iron I got is small. It's smaller than a normal iron. It's like probably maybe 2/3 the size of a normal iron. And the brand is, now this goes down because it was down and I popped it open. But oh, maybe push. Maybe I have to push the button that says push. That's how you do it. Okay. It's a travel iron. And I got this at Joann's. And it was expensive for an iron. And I wasn't going to buy it at first because I know you can get irons for like $10 or $20 at Walmart. But I had a gift card for Joann's. So I'm like, you know what? I'll try it out. And this is the best iron I've ever owned. It heated up in like 2 seconds, which will save your electricity, if you're running on solar. Finding excuses for the expensive iron, but also just so much heat came out of it that it ironed the fabric so very fast. Whoever came to my chat, you noticed something new? It's hard to see with the sun shining through, but I made my curtains. I made this set of curtains, and I can't finish them today because I have to process wedding pictures today. My forgetfulness got to me. I somehow forgot that the last wedding that I shot and processed, I had a second shooter with me all day. So I was cleaning my desktop off on my computer and saw that I had a whole second shooter's folder worth of pictures for that wedding that I had to process. So I thought I was done with that wedding. But I'm looking at my coffee maker because it's not level. And I don't know why. Maybe my camper's not level. No, something's wrong with my coffee maker. I'll have to get a level out and level my camper. But for now, I'll use a silicone trivet on the back side of my coffee maker. I can't wait. I gotta pour me some coffee. Yeah, so far I broken 3 glass coffee cups. And this iron is the best iron. It was like, I said it was expensive. It was like $50. But you know what? I think I will always own it. But even the cheap irons, even like the inexpensive irons at Walmart or Target, I've never had an iron die on me, I gotta say. So I can use that as an excuse that I would never need another iron. But I gotta say, this iron, I ironed like I was ironing this fabric, and in one pass, the fabric was flat. Where a normal iron cheap iron that I would use in the past, you had to go over it like 7 times. And even then you'd still see wrinkles. So if this iron is going to get it flat in the first pass for the rest of my life, that was worth it. My little new coffee cup. So my sister didn't like the blue with the red, but I saw lots of camper, sorry. I saw lots of campers. I searched Pinterest for camper, retro camper, turquoise and red, or aqua and red, or light blue and red, and I saw a lot. And I think once I paint all this wood white, it'll look a lot better. And let me tell you about painting the wood white. When I took these valances down, let me go back a little further. When I bought the camper, the salesman is like, "Oh, these are solid. These are built solid. This is all wood." And you know, the other campers that are bigger and more expensive, when you step into them, you could feel that they're not solid and they're flimsy and blah blah blah. And these are Amish made. This is all wood and it's sturdy and it's Amish made. So when I took the valances down, guess what? They are MDF with wood sticker. And it just looks like wood. So then I got wondering, oh, I wonder if all this wood wall is wood sticker and not real wood. And the cabinet doors are real wood, but the sides of the cabinets, this is just Luan. It's not, underneath is Luan. This looks like plywood with MDF and a sticker. The door is solid wood. I could say the door is solid wood. The door is solid wood. This is Luan. So don't let a salesman tell you that the camper is solid wood and Amish built. Maybe the cabinet doors are Amish built, but total letdown when I took down those valances and saw that it was MDF. And MDF is like heavier than wood, I think. So much for the Amish made. So I don't feel bad that I'm going to paint the interior of this white. Because at first I was like, oh, it's real wood and you don't want to paint it white. No, it's a sticker. It's all a sticker. I'm so disappointed. So I'm going to paint it white, people. I'm going to paint it white when I'm somewhere warm or wherever I am and I can open the windows and it's warm enough temperature. I'm going to paint all this white and it's going to brighten it up. And then my red and blue decorating is going to. Oh, Cheryl, are you here with me? I didn't see the chat. I could block you. You keep talking like that. Inappropriate. Are you still drunk from your pub crawl? Did you see the Google logo today? Go to google.com. Look at the Google logo. My sister Cheryl's on. She's the only one that's on right now, but for when it plays back, I made your look at my Facebook cover photo. I always make her Facebook, one of her wedding pictures, my cover photo on St. Patrick's Day. She got married. She eloped in Asbury Park, New Jersey on St. Patrick's Day, and I photographed it. And she her husband found, were they Adidas, Cheryl? Adidas sneakers that had shamrocks on them, I think, with green Adidas stripes. And then she surprised him by, she had the wedding rings tied onto her sneakers and she had shamrock socks on. But first, before that, she surprised him with a plastic robot ring, pretending that that was his wedding ring. Cheryl, where did you hide the robot ring? Did the officiant have it or something? Or were you holding it with your bouquet? I don't remember. And when you come for the baby shower, are you going to stay overnight a night in my camper with me? Please? So we could do camper coffee talk in the camper? I think she went to my Facebook page and now she's lost on Facebook. I lost my sister to Facebook. We have 3 people. Kayla's probably here now. Cheryl's probably on Facebook gathering people for me. So if everybody notices, I have curtains behind me now. I got one window done. It took me all day to get the fake wood valances down that the Amish people didn't make, unless Amish people put pretend wood stickers on MDF. I'm going to tell my salesman off about that, Amish made people. Amish people don't have mustaches like Brent, Cheryl. That's really in right now. My son, as well as a lot of other people right now, are growing just beards with no mustaches. Unlike my sister's husband that's doing a mustache with no beard. He's being a rebel. I got metal rings with clips, and the clips are very strong, and I'm worried they're gonna like bite through the fabric. But they slide easy, and I'm very happy I did it. I should have done this like the first week. And I didn't do the white circle fabric yet, but I was just saying I can't finish the curtains until I go back into processing a wedding, because the last wedding I shot, I just realized I have a whole folder of my second shooter photos that I forgot I had a second shooter on that job, and I have to process all his pictures. Good morning to the other person in the room that can't chat. I got sad about my mom yesterday because out of nowhere, I was just thinking about, it wasn't really out of nowhere. I kept dropping screws. There's a below this window, there's a section here where I keep my art portfolios, and I kept dropping screws down here. And so I had to pull out the art portfolios and one of them is see-through, and I saw one of my prints in there. My mom, she commissioned me. I don't think I took her money for it, but she wanted me to draw. I know I didn't take her money for it. She wanted me to draw her a a an an orange lily. She wanted me to draw her an orange lily. So I drew it for her, and she didn't want. I was going to pick out a frame and a mat and mail it that way, and she's like, "No, I don't want the glass to break shipping." And I would have protected it so it wouldn't have broke. And I wish I had done it because she was waiting for me to get there to be able to pick out a frame and mat. And this for like 7 months, 7 or 8 months, it was just sitting in a cardboard folder at her house. And I never, I went up like 2 or 3 times and we just never got out to pick out a mat and frame. So it never hung on her wall. So yesterday, when I pulled that folder out, I saw a print of that artwork and I just started crying because she never even got to enjoy it. She pulled it out and saw it when I delivered it to her, and then it just went right back in the envelope and it never hung on her wall. And it's just so sad. Like, she was so worried about it breaking on the way there that she never got to put it on her wall and enjoy it. And that just sucks. You can't worry. You can't worry. There's a saying, and I think it was Gandhi, worrying only makes you suffer twice. And you could be worrying for nothing. You could be worrying and you might not even suffer the second time. You're just suffering for nothing because it might not even break. The frame might not even have broke and she's worrying about it, you know? So my mom was definitely a worrier all day, all day. If you said anything positive to her, she spun it to something negative and sad. And I could see it. And I don't know if it's because she was depressed, but I could see it. And I would just think in my head, how could she ever have a happy day if that's all that goes through her head? And I'm just going to live my life making sure I don't do that. Here's an example. All right, mom, I'm going to hang up and put some Barry Manilow on and do some housework. I think I'm going to vacuum. Oh, be careful. Vacuum cleaners are heavy. You might hurt yourself. Somehow, mom, I've survived 40 years without injuring myself with a vacuum. I'm still alive. No death by vacuum cleaner, you know? And it's everything. Every single thing anyone said, there was a, what's it called? What do you call it? Devil's advocate would come out of her mouth, and she would justify it by saying, "Oh, well, I just care about you kids. I just love you kids and care about you kids." And because she loved us and cared about us so much, negative thoughts were in her head all the time. I'm going to process that wedding I have, but I just really want to have a couple of cups of coffee before I do that. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to paint everything white. I might do these white with the panels light blue, and I'm thinking about taking the wood looking panels out of the refrigerator and putting in stainless steel. Um, this is probably something I'll do in the summer. No hurry. No hurry. But paint's cheap, and I think it'll really brighten this up. And I'm hoping it'll go on easy. I'm worried that if this is a sticker, that it'll peel off, and I don't want it to peel off, so I'll have to research and see what other people used and how well it took. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna log off and start my day here. So everybody have a good day, and thanks for checking in. Goodbye, have a sunshiny day, everybody.